Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. Today, I want to talk about the question that is on everyone's mind when they start to do no contact. And that is, will my ex forget about me? And my answer to that is, really? Really? You're concerned that they're going to forget about you? Come on. That's just your fear, your lack of confidence, your low self-esteem, and your limiting beliefs talking. No, they are not going to forget about you. Look at it this way. If you're doing no contact, they're probably wondering if you've forgotten them or if you're on your way to forgetting them. They don't know what you're doing. Meanwhile, you and I, we know what you're doing. We know what you're up to behind the scenes. You wake up thinking about them. You think about them all day. You're constantly talking about them, listening to YouTube videos, stalking their social media if you haven't been blocked. So it may look like you've forgotten about them or are on your way to forgetting about them, but you know that you certainly have not. In fact, it's the opposite. And I get to see the other side with my coaching clients because when they get their ex back, they find out what their ex was doing behind the scenes. And then they find out their ex was actually stalking them on social media. Or if they had blocked their ex, then they were stalking their friends' social media to see if they might pop up on it. They were doing something. They weren't just moving on and forgetting about you and acting as if you never existed. It's just not going to happen. Especially if you initially begged and pleaded and then all of a sudden you went no contact. They'll think, well, what was that all about? First, they seemed so upset that I broke up with them, and then all of a sudden they just disappeared. Was that just an act? Did they find someone else all of a sudden? Why aren't they begging and pleading? So don't worry. People can't just walk away and not look back. That's impossible. They will wonder what's going on with you and why you're not trying to get back with them. That's why it's so important to do no contact and to maintain no contact. Because when someone is wondering about you, their interest level is going up. And that question mark becomes a hook. And it hooks them into wanting to contact you and find out at the very least what's going on. Why have you not contacted them? Oh, of course, they're not going to ask it like that. They're not going to call you up and go, hey, why aren't you contacting me? Why are you not more upset that I broke up with you? But they will want to find out how you could move on so easily. Of course, we know you haven't moved on. Of course, we know you're patiently waiting by the phone, hoping that they will call you or text you. So the answer to the question, will your ex forget about you, is hell no. So don't worry. If you have any questions or comments, or you're interested in private coaching, you can reach me at my website, theartoflove.net. If you're listening to this on iTunes, I would appreciate if you would rate and review the podcast. If you're listening on YouTube, please subscribe. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.